Although a distraction, the WPL auction during the T20 World Cup was an enormous stride for women's cricket. Harmanpreet Kaur, Heather Knight, Meg Lanning, and Sophie Devine discuss how the players intend to handle an awkward situation. When the Women's T20 World Cup and the Women's Premier League auction coincide on February 13, the top female cricket players in the world will need to learn how to control their expectations and feelings. The WPL may choose 45 players, including the full Indian team competing in the ICC event that begins on Friday. Each team may choose up to 7 foreign players, one of them must be from an associate country, and all of them might receive the highest salary of their professional lives. There will undoubtedly be some distraction. At the T20 World Cup captains' press conferences, Sophie Devine, the captain of New Zealand, observed, "It's the elephant in the room. It's a very distinctive experience. It is really large. You mention glass ceilings, and I believe the WPL will be the next step. It has me incredibly pumped. We have never experienced this previously as female cricket players. It's going to be embarrassing on all levels." That is the word that has been discussed. The money being offered, which has never been seen in the women's game, could provide challenges. The WPL teams will get a purse of around US $1.46 million, or 12 crore Indian rupees, which, despite being almost 8 times less than the previous men's IPL purse of 95 crore Indian rupees, about $11.5 million, is expected to provide some players with a considerable financial increase. On the other hand, it will disappoint other people. Some people will be picked up, while others won't, according to Devine. And, to be perfectly honest, as a human, you will receive a value that isn't the nicest in relation to what you are worth. However, it is also a job that we have applied for. Despite acknowledging that it was an enormous milestone for women's cricket, Devine said it would be naive to imagine that it won't be a distraction. 2 days prior to the auction, New Zealand would have played their opening match of the tournament, and on the day of the auction, they would be preparing for their second game. Devine said it will be up to each individual how the players handle that. Australia, who will play New Zealand on February 11, are looking forward to watching the auction while also attempting to avoid becoming unduly invested in the results. Meg Lanning, the captain of Australia, stated, "I myself am really enthusiastic about it and I know the girls are too. The most crucial thing is what we are attempting to accomplish here, therefore that is what we are concentrating on. There are no right or wrong approaches to take. Everyone will handle it whatever they see fit." As Sophie mentioned, it's a little weird, and it's just trying to embrace that and understand that it's actually a really exciting moment and you don't have a lot of control over it. We've spoken as a team about letting people deal with it as they believe is best. All we can do is wait and see. I believe there is room for a really wonderful relationship between the franchise leagues and international cricket in women's sports. I am quite thrilled for the game's future and the opportunities that are emerging for everyone, not just gamers. Naturally, all eyes will be on the Indian players as they take on Pakistan on the day of the auction, which is still their top priority. India captain Harmanpreet Kaur said, "We have a really crucial game before that, the auction, and we are just going to focus on that." She was forced to disclose the size of the auction, particularly for Indian players. "We have all been waiting for this day for a very long time, so it is very important for all of us. For women's cricket, the next 2 or 3 months are critical. We have observed how the WPL and the 100 have enhanced cricket in the respective nations. Hopefully, the same outcome will occur for our nation." Harmanpreet, who has participated in the Kia Super League, WPL, and 100, expressed excitement at the prospect of watching new Indian athletes mix it up with international superstars in the locker room. Harmanpreet, who has participated in the Kia Super League, WPL, and 100, expressed excitement at the prospect of watching new Indian athletes mix it up with international superstars in the locker room. "That has a totally different sense from other things. The biggest turning point in my life occurred when I was given that chance. This will also happen to other girls. It will be a fantastic chance to develop cricket and expand the sport. India wants to add 2 more trophies to its collection before any of that occurs after their under-19 women's team won the first age group World Cup last week." Harmanpreet declared that the World Cup was more significant than anything else. "We're concentrating on the ICC trophy. These things will continue to happen, and as a gamer, you are aware of your priorities and how to maintain concentration. Each of us is capable of understanding what is significant to us.